If you're in your 50s to 60s, that range, and what's known as the typical semi-retirement, retirement age, then this video is about something that may concern you and probably will concern you. And that is the fact that you will have one important thing that you will deal with as you get older. And this time we're not talking about RRSP, or savings. This is one thing that's going to happen to all of us, no matter how rich or poor you have. So in this brief video, I want to discuss one of the things that happens to us as we age. And welcome to my channel. The channel's name is Silver Hill, and my name is Kevin Cameron. And let's continue. Okay, then one of the main things that's going to happen to you as you get older is you are going to lose agency. Now you may wonder, what exactly is agency? Agency is one's ability to control or influence their environment. Now we all know that as human beings we live in different social and cultural contexts and constructs, and the fact is we have little control over our lives as it is, especially like as we're younger. But we do know that as we grow older we tend to lose that ability. So what agency is in this sense, it's one's having an effect or an influence on another person, as I said. That means, especially if you're someone like myself who in the past, I'm a father, so I had children, and I have 3 children. And when you're raising those kids and you're going to work, and you're sending them off to school, you know you have this sort of sense of agency without even thinking about it. And what that is, you're trying to determine what's best for their lives, give them the best education they can have, the best health, the best food you can put on the table for them. And you feel like you're someone who is in the center of life, that you are affecting their lives and the lives of others. Your life is busy. You really don't have time to think a lot about yourself, although you do. You take some time to do your favorite hobbies and things you like to do. But you do know that you're part of this social construct that makes you feel important. It makes you feel like you're somebody in this whole world. Well, as you get older and as you age, one of the things you probably know is going to happen, and it kind of sneaks up on you, is you tend to lose agency. And that means your kids grow up and leave home, and you have little influence over them. Sometimes they ask for advice, sometimes they need something and they'll call you up. Maybe it's how to fix that leaky faucet, whatever. So this is what happens as you get older, and you sort of start to feel like you're fading away. You feel like you really just don't have any effect on anyone, that your sense of importance, you're no longer central in your own world. You're basically, as some might say, you're being put out to pasture, and you feel it coming, and it comes slow. So I'm sure you may be, if you're in this area of semi-retirement, retirement age, you're starting to feel that. I'm not talking about someone who's necessarily, maybe you have had to go live in a nursing home or something like that. Maybe sometimes that even helps, but as you have others to care for yourself. But there is this sense as you get older that you are just kind of losing touch with everything, and everyone's losing touch with you. You have opinions about the world, you've formed opinions, you've lived on this planet for years and years, decades, and you've got political ideas, you've got career ideas, you've got advice for younger people. And just like yourself, when you were young, you never asked older people how it was done because you knew better. That sounds almost comical, but it's kind of true. So what happens is we get ourselves in this situation that brings upon anxiety. Anxiety, as I have learned personally, is, well, it could lead to depression too. Depression is when we kind of focus on the past. And I know depression goes more clinically and chronically deeper than that. And I'm kind of talking about a midline depression before you need medication or serious help. But there's also anxiety. Anxiety about how the future is going to be. Anxiety about the loss you seem to be feeling with your influence in society. Your family no longer needs you as much. Like myself, I have a mom who has dementia. And so even if I get to talk to her or visit her, it's not quite the same. She still needs me, but not in the same way, because sometimes she'll forget. Even if I had called her, she'd forget the same day that I did. In other areas, she's pretty good. Anyway, so what are you going to do? What are you going to do when you start to feel this anxiety coming over you about how you're basically losing your influence in the world? Well, I'm going to keep this real brief today for you guys. And I'm going to say sometimes things are what they are, and it is what it is. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not talking about giving up. I'm not talking about putting away your crayons and your artistic tools or your guitar or whatever. You can become very busy and useful by involving yourself with your musical talents, your hobbies, your art talents, whatever it is you do, mechanical things, you want to fix motors and that sort of thing. But I'm here to tell you that basically it's time to start giving up on the idea that you're going to have the same amount of agency you had when you were 40. And I know when we're young we think, I have no agency over the world because no one listens to me. I'm in my 20s, and when I'm older they're going to listen to you. No, that's not how it goes. There might be this brief moment when you're at the height of your career or your job or your experience. I'm guessing somewhere late 30s, mid 40s, where you'll sort of have this feeling that you're impacting society, your family, and others around you. But then you're going to head into this time, like I'm assuming you're in, where you're either semi-retired or you're prepping for retirement. So here's the thing. I think it's time to stop giving up on that. You can let go of the anxiety and just let it go. Just breathe out and say it's okay. This is a time in life where brevity is really becoming a real concrete word for you. The brevity of life. So at this point, keep busy, do the things you love, but give up on this idea of you're trying to, I'm not saying you should control your kids anyway, because I mean that's kind of a psychotic thing going on if you think you can control your kids as they become adults, and you never should try to control them. But I think you know what I'm getting at. This idea that you can influence them strongly or influence people at your workplace or whatever. But when this starts to evaporate and it all just sort of starts to disappear, and you're not working as much as you used to, and maybe not around your family as much because they've got lives. For a lot of you guys, your family, your children have moved to the other side of the world and took on different careers. And maybe you'll just see them on holidays or something. So I really think it is time to put this behind us and to stop thinking about how I'm going to have this strong effect on the world around me. It's yeah, don't read me wrong. I'm not suggesting you give up. You go out, you hang up your art, you put your cars together that you're fixing in your garage, you go to the local car show and show them off, you put your art up in galleries and cafes around. Life isn't over, but it is time to stop thinking about how much am I going to influence the world around me, and basically focus a little bit more innerly on your own comfort and your own pleasure, since most likely you've probably given a huge time of your life to looking after others. So that's all I'm here to say in this very brief video, is that one of the number one things we're going to lose, and be prepared for it, is a sense of agency, a sense of influence in life, maybe a sense of even importance. And that's just natural. It's natural. And what do you guys think? If you have any comments or suggestions, please leave them below. And to keep this brief, I'm just going to say from me to you here at what I call Silver Hill, my channel, thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one. You have a good one. Bye.